Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know about me, I'm Arvind and I'm a clinical nutrition and dietetics student. Well, if you're the one who thinks carbs are dangerous, if you're the one thinking you are fat because of carbs, if you're the one thinking all carbs are unhealthy for you, if you're the one having fear of getting type 2 diabetes because of carbs, do your gym trainer or other trainer say to quit carb to achieve your dream body? Then this video is for you. Okay, let me tell you what is carbs are. Carbs are basically a complex form of glucose. Glucose is the only source which fuels your body or which gives you energy to your body to function properly. If you actually don't know what is carbs are, I made a specific video for that and I give you a link here. Feel free to check it out. Before telling you why you think carbs are dangerous, I want to tell you the benefits of carbohydrate first. Number 1. Body fueling and easy digestion. The fuel for our body is glucose. And carbohydrates are simply nothing but complex form of glucose. When compared to fats and protein, carbohydrates are easily digestible and fulfill our instant energy need. Skipping carbohydrate in your diet may make you feel lethargic throughout the day. If you're an athlete or if you do a lot of physical activity, you always have a need of energy, and adding carbohydrate in your diet make you energetic throughout the day. Number 2. Carbohydrates are rich in B complex vitamins and minerals. It is one of the main reasons you should not skip carb-rich food because carb food contain or rich in minerals like calcium, iron, magnesium and zinc. And it also rich in B complex vitamins. Some of the B complex vitamins like niacin, riboflavin and thiamine, which involved in carbohydrate metabolism and fat metabolism. I mean, eating carbohydrate food promote fat loss, and these B complex vitamins promotes muscle growth, keep your nervous system healthy, and prevent memory loss, and also helps in fat metabolism, as I said before. Number 3. Protein sparing action. Protein is required for your body to tissue building or tissue repair or to recover from your injuries. When we do not take enough amount of carbohydrate or carbs in our diet, protein is get oxidized to converted into glucose for energy purpose instead of tissue building or tissue repair. Contradictory to this, our tissue protein or the muscle protein get broken down to get oxidized and converted into glucose for energy purpose. This is the reason why we need to consume enough amount of carbohydrate in our diet, which is at least 250 to 300 grams a day. Number 4. Improves your gut health and good bacteria. There are some soluble fiber present in complex carbs which feed beneficial bacteria or good bacteria and increases the presence of them in your gut. These bacteria are very helpful in maintaining your gut health. And this bacteria is known as the bifidobacteria, which present in larger amount in your intestine and promotes digestion of certain foods and prevent the growth of bad bacteria in your intestine. And dietary fiber in carbohydrate food add bulk to your diet, clean your colon and prevent colon cancer and also constipation. These type of fibers are help in maintaining your good blood glucose level. Number 5. Need of glucose in your brain. A normal healthy adult brain weighs around 1.3 kgs, which is about 2% of total body weight, but it consumes 20% of energy. And a developing infant's brain consumes 40% of energy used by the body. The primary source of energy in the brain is glucose. Yes, your brain completely depends upon glucose. And there is a theory that human's highest development of cognitive function is due to we consume carbohydrate in our diet. But I'm not sure about it. That's why I'm just mentioning it. If I found any research article or research studies about that, I make a specific video on that. Number 6. Carbohydrates have psychological benefits. Basically, carbs are tastier in nature and it highly influences your brain activity or brain function and body function. Eating carbs stimulates your brain to secrete a hormone called serotonin. Serotonin is basically feel-good hormone or one of the happy hormones secreted in your brain. This serotonin reduces the anxiety and make you to feel more focused on work and make you to feel happier and calmer. It is a hormone which improves your sleep quality. But remember, eating junk carbs make this hormone to secrete in abnormal level and make you to feel more crave for those foods. I made a specific video I made a specific video or in my previous video about this craving thing. So feel free to check it out. Okay, there are these many goods about carbohydrate, but why most of the people have fear about carbs? It's because they doesn't have clarity about what type of carbohydrate they are eating. Well, I tell you briefly, as I said in my olden videos, carbohydrates are of two types. It's simple and complex carbs. Simple carbs are get digested easily and most of them lack fiber. At the same time, complex carbs take time to digest or it's slowly digestible and it have a lot of fiber which is useful to our human body. Okay, now I want to break down why people have fear about carbohydrate. Before that, I want to introduce a term called glycemic load or glycemic index. As I said before, carbohydrate is of three types. It's monosaccharide, disaccharide, and polysaccharides. Well, according to the composition of carb, it have different duration of digestion. To make it clear for you, consider a simple carbohydrate or disaccharide or monosaccharide rich food. The moment when we have this food, it get digested very easily and release and get broken down into glucose, and it spike up the blood sugar levels within less time. If you are an athlete, it is very beneficial for you because you have a need when you do a lot of physical activity. Contradictory to this, complex carbs are different due to complex nature or rich in polysaccharide. As they are rich in polysaccharide and dietary fiber, it gets digested slowly and release glucose in blood very slowly. Accordingly, how fast or how slow glucose enter into bloodstream from a specific food, it was ranked in certain stages of glycemic index or glycemic load. For example, if higher the glycemic index, faster the glucose enter into blood in a specific time. Lower the glycemic index, slower the glucose enter into blood in a specific time. According to the food, which influence amount of glucose in blood is placed in one of the three categories of glycemic load. The categories are low, medium, and high glycemic load. Well, if a food have a value in between 0 to 55, it is considered as a low GI food, and if a food have a value between 55 to 69, it is considered as moderate or medium GI foods, and above 70, it is a high GI foods. These are the food you need to stay away from it. I mean, the food which have GI more than 70, higher the glycemic load, higher the amount of glucose enters into blood in a short period of time. So you need to stay away from this food or limit this food if you are a sedentary people. Okay, I hope you got an idea about how carbohydrate work. Well, now break down the fear you have about carbohydrate. Number one, carbohydrate causes type 2 diabetes. No, not every carbohydrate causes type 2 diabetes. If you have a lot of refined food or highly processed food like table sugar, cake, cookies, carbonated drinks, and junk food, then there is a higher chance of developing type 2 diabetes. And cause of type 2 diabetes is not only because of bad diet. It also involves lack of physical activity, stress, depression, and a lot more other factors too. Number two, carbohydrate make you fat. No, absolutely not. Carbohydrate doesn't make you fat because 1 gram of carbohydrate give you 4 kilocalorie. It is same as a protein. But the reason why you get fat because you overeat. You eat more than your maintenance calorie. That's the reason why you gain weight. But there is one exception about carbohydrate is that carbohydrate have higher water retention. It means it doesn't increase your body fat percentage, but it increases the water retention in your body. That's the reason why you feel gain some weight when you eat carbohydrates. Well, it's completely healthy and it's temporary. So there is no not there is
வந்து இப்ப நான் என்ன உங்கள்கிட்ட சொல்றது
not to have much fear about it. The biggest problem in modern society is that we get carbohydrate-rich food which is highly processed and highly refined. That's where real problem starts. As we do sedentary work, we don't need any glucose spike in our blood. But we are not able to compromise the taste of refined products. But it's time to choose health over taste. So I request you to replace refined food with whole grains. If you have issue with the digestion of whole grains, I request you to eat in limit. Eat refined foods in limit. Don't binge it. Well, if you find this video informative, like this video, and for more videos like this, subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so that you get notified when I post a video. And share this video to your friend who looks at carbohydrate as a sin. Well, I request you to replace refined and processed food with whole grains. Stay healthy, stay fit. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.